Forward-thinking people, global people. Recording in progress. Recording in progress. Forward-thinking people. Wait a minute. The camera. We on Zoom 19.19 as well. We got to put the camera on. Put the recording in progress. Right. It's important. It's important to go to share. It's important to share. Right? So it's a recording in progress. Go to Star People, Forward-thinking people. All praise and gratitude is always due to thee, Almighty Source. Thank you, Source, for this lovely, amazing day. Oh, my mercy. Recording, we Zoom recording on 19.19, our YouTube, Zoom YouTube 19.19 channel, right? Or that's the private side. You know, we'll upload that Zoom 19.19 channel into the YouTube space as a premiere, right? And we live on Facebook. We Facebooking here, right? Says when I started it, Zoom always says recording in progress. Yeah, it's important to share what you're doing, right? Record your progress. So when it says recording in progress, that means it's important to share what your progress is, right? So recording in progress is going on record about what your progress is. You know, what is happening with what are you doing in going forward? What type of forward motion do you have going on? Much like when you traveling on the road, right? When you're traveling on the roadway, okay? And they used to say construction ahead, right? And instead of it being construction ahead, now they say progress ahead. Some places might still say, they might use the outdated way, construction, right? But we don't want to be conned into structuring anything. We don't want to be conned into thinking that we really are doing something and we're not. We're just spinning our wheels, right? Be in the same place, being stagnant. No. That's done. That's the old way. That's the old way of doing. That's backwards thinking. That's stagnant is backwards. Because if you're stagnant, what's moving forward will keep on passing you by. You're seeing everybody going forward and you stagnant. Not moving in motion, not being as progressive, not being as productive, right, as you possibly can. Right? Progress and production. It's like one and the same, right? Because it's pro, it's not con, right? It's important to be mindful of what you pre-affix and con-affix two words. Right? Anyway, it's a lovely, amazing day. I'm so excited. All praise and gratitude is always due to the Almighty Source. Thank you, Source, for another lovely, amazing, vibing up motivational word, daily bread session. We're about to go into the p.m.t.m.l.o. Foundation, collaborating with the Amassing People's Economy. This is an update, y'all. As I said, it's an update. It's important to go on record to share progress, right? We got to share progress. We market and promote. Every time we get on here, it's about marketing. It's about marketing and promoting. Marketing and promoting. Well, let me take a little sip. It's about marketing and promoting. We in 224. We in 2024. My perspective, I'm gonna say 224, right? It's not just 2024. Because we've come a long way and we've done so much, right? So yeah, it's so much more that needs to be done, right? That's already been accomplished. However, we got to bring it into fruition. We got to bring it into reality so we can show and prove, right? By actually being active. Right? Actually, it's factual when you seeing what someone is talking about, as opposed to them telling you what they're going to do, right? Telling you what they are going to do and actually showing, proving, right? Because seeing is knowing. We don't want to be believing anything what people say anymore. Seeing is knowing, right? Accepting what somebody say, that's just believing. A belief in wanting to know what it is that someone is talking about. That's the better reality than one to say, I'ma believe what you say, even if possibly you could be hoodwinking me. You could be taking me for a ride. You could be hooking and crooking. Anyway, yeah. It's not about that. It's about being as active as you possibly can in uplifting people. Being active as you possibly can in encouraging people to be more by doing more, right? When we do more, we're able to say that we have more because when doing more, you'll show, improve the work that you've done because the evidence will be self-evident because of what you will have, right? So much more, so much more I'm looking forward to talk about, right? Before we go in, we went in a little bit before we go in. All praise and gratitude is due to the Almighty Source. Thank you, Source, for this vibrant up motivational session, right? Giving honors and respect to you all for allowing this moment to be as magical as possible by sharing your energy, right? Giving thanks and honors and appreciation to this lovely, amazing world. Oh, Mu'oya, right? Mu'oya is nature, right? Haya, haya, zerokahaya, zerokaya, zerokahaya, right? It's Gaia, Gia, Tenin, Terra, whatever heartfelt title you all know. This lovely, amazing world, we got to honor and respect this lovely, amazing world by embracing nature and giving thanks because the frequency that's for this new world that we're in is because of the frequency. It's because we vibing up in the space. We vibing, right, right, creating all kinds of different tones, vibrations, because the frequency. And we creating a frequency that will allow us, that's the mindset, allow us to align ourselves, sync ourselves to the frequency that nature is emanating, right? That the multiverse, the omniverse is emanating, right? So we got to be busy with that, right? And also giving honors and respect to all those that came before. We talk the mothers and the fathers, grandmothers, great grandmothers, great grandfathers, great grand, all the way back to the primordial ones, the old primordial. You go as far back as you're mindfully aware to do so, right? You embrace, and the ones that's passed on recently, they're with us also right now, right? If it wasn't for them, there'd be no us. And if it wasn't for us right now, taking the time, vibing up in the space, right? Chilling, having a great time, they would not be with us also right now, right? Embracing them is the utmost importance. They are us, we are them. They with us right now, right? So the p.m.t.m.l.o, that's the opening. p.m.t.m.l.o Foundation collaborating with the Master Economy. As I said, always a brief introduction, always a motivational word to encourage people, right? At the end, before we get off of here, it's going to be the close, as we preclude in the ending, closing out with a motivational word, right? In this daily bread session, right? However, we're going to do the updates for the p.m.t.m.l.o Foundation, collaborate with your Master People's Academy. As I said, as I showed y'all, you all can market and promote, right? Receive currency rewards for marketing and promoting, right? Our mugs are one of our assets. Our mugs, it's all about when you are patronizing, supporting, right? Organization, a business, whatever, whatever they are offering, the mindset should be to be getting an asset from them, right? It's preferably, the mindset should be preferably to attain assets over a liability. A liability is something that's you're going to exchange your value and you get the product and or the service, and there's nothing else, right? That product or service is either stagnant or depreciates in value, right? In most cases, if it's a liability, it's going to depreciate. An asset is going to keep on rewarding you, keep on giving you, right? It's not going to just go and keep giving you happiness and you being satisfied that you got it, right? An asset is going to keep on rewarding you more value, more currency rewards, right? So an asset is what it says, more assets over liability is the preferred way. It's more assets. It's important to have more assets than liabilities, right? And so in the case of the p.m.t.m.l.o Foundation, right, collaborating with the UMass People's Academy, of course, right? This is a Golden Star People's Day, right? If you're not either Yamasi, if you're not a Golden Star, right? If you're not either one of those things, if you're not a forward thinker, right? It's a Golden Star People, forward thinking Golden Star People's thing. If you're not willing to move forward and progress and have more, do more, no longer settling, you won't be able to understand. You won't be able to understand this, right? So it's a forward thinking, go to start people's thing, right? Or others may not possibly understand or understand. We don't want to be the understanding. We don't want the understanding. We want to come out from what we're under and have clarity, right? Focus. Put ourselves, project ourselves from where we like to be, having more in the future by doing something right now. Anyway, if this is a golden star people, forward thinking people's thing, right? All others may not understand. Okay? So yeah, it's important to attain assets. So the p.m.t.m.l.o Foundation, when you collaborate with us, marketing, promoting, right? In the case of your man right now, we in the daily brand motivational word session, right? And so in marketing and promoting, this is how simple it is. It don't have to be as long-winded. Your man is long-winded at times. However, you can just do a quick video and show you had the mug, right? Well, you're marketing and promoting, and you're receiving currency rewards, right? By being active with us, you can market and promote. You can either attain the mug, right? Or be and get less rewards, or be on one of our campaigns, right? Be active in one of our campaigns for raising funds with the foundation. And that adds more value where your minimum of what you receive for marketing and promoting with us, with either the mug, right? Or the tote, right? When you're toting, when you're toting your gifting ideas, you're toting something. When you get something from the store, right? You're either getting a gifting idea for yourself or someone else, right? And you can market and promote, and you'll be rewarded, right? You can either do it with a mug and or a tote bag, right? You can do it with both or one or the other, right? And being active with one of the free will offering donation campaigns, let's just say the free will offering donation, the lowest tier, right? The starting point, that's economically feasible to help the foundation raise funds. And keep it in mind, we're the first ones to market, your free will offering donation is going to work for you, right? So that free will offering donation, your funds is reattributed in an incentivized way back to you. Why? Because we have a currency reward. We have a rewarding plan in place because we cherish patronage and support from people, right? We cherish your patronage and support, right? We look at us as a treasury, right? Because we treasure your support. So we are reattribute your free will offering donation back to you in an incentivized way. As I said, in an incentivized way, so when you're marketing promoting, you'll get more currency rewards. You'll get when you're showing that you have a tote bag or a mug. So instead of you getting $5, it'll be, let's say you're doing both. It's $6, right? And let's just say, as I said, the important thing is to invite others. Share the good news with other people. A minimum, because we're going to be thousandaires, we're going to be millionaires, we're going to be billionaires, we're going to be trillionaires minimum in the case of golden star people, right? Golden star people are forward thinkers who knows the importance that they are the value. So anytime you are patronizing and supporting whatever business, whatever organization, whatever governing body, whatever the idea, because everyone has an idea and they have a goal in mind. And they need people to do that in order to reach those goals. They need people patronizing, supporting, being active, giving their time, energy, and attention, right? And that's cool that you're going to be consuming, right? And exchange your value. However, they should have some type of plan in place. And if they don't really, my perspective, is your best interest in their mind and heart as well, right? Because they should be able to share with you the progress as far as monetarily the progress, because all of the goals is being reached by your patronage, the people, patronage and support, right? So there should be a plan in place to reattribute, right? In an incentivized way, the p.m.t.m.l.o Foundation is collaboration with the Yamasi peoples. It's economics, Yamasi people's economy, right? With our plan is to encourage people, right, to market and promote with us. Our plan is to encourage people to no longer settle for just being a debtor. a consumer, right? So when you patronize and support us, by you, the people, right, actively participating with us, the foundation, right, that means you're going to be rewarded currency, right? A minimum, because you yourself is worth $5, right? So if you're actively participating with the Master People's Academy in one of the campaigns, right? Soon as you do the free will offering donation, the minimum that you receive is $5 for yourself, right? And then the mug and or the tote bag, 25 cents. Okay, so at the minimum, at the smallest, the lowest tier is 25. The next tier up is 50, right? The higher you go in the campaign, the more your minimum reward is, right? And the more your reward for your tote or your mug would be, right? Your incentivized currency reward, right? Your reward coming back to you for participating will be, the value is increased, right? Because you're on a higher tier. The more active you are, the more you participate, the better the rewards, the better the benefits, right? As they say, the better the rewards you receive for actively participating with us, right? It's so much more that comes with, right? We have a Ramesses Lounge that's online. And as I said, share your video. If you are someone that feels that they can play pool, right? You don't have to be a pro. You don't have to be all that good. Just be good enough, right? And be willing to be better, because you're gonna have people that's gonna want to predict whoever's going to be playing against you. They're gonna want to predict who's going to be the winner, right? And if, as long as you're participating at the Ramesses Lounge, right, in our campaigns for raising funds there, that means you can predict and be rewarded for your participation, right? We have all kinds of different campaigns in the various different divisions within our foundation as well, right? Including our Aurora transfer service, right? We're summing this up. I don't want to be long-winded. I'm not going to take a lot of your time. As I said, it's a new year. We're updating everyone in our progress. We're updating everyone as far as that we are online, and we're waiting for people to be active with us. We are waiting for people who don't want to settle for anything less than them being the assets. We're waiting for people who want to have cash flow, right? As a secondary means for having currency rewards, right? You can still work, do what you're doing, and receive currency rewards for marketing and promoting with the foundation. And by inviting someone, as I said, have in mind you want to share and bring with you 19 people, right? I don't know 19 people right away. Oh, that's fine. But have in mind that it should be a minimum that you want to give the gift that keeps on giving, right? With 4 other people, right? In doing so, the gift that keeps on giving to other people that you're sharing with will keep on giving to you as well, because these rewards are on a month to month. It's residual, right? We have residual rewards in place because people are the assets. So we should have a residual currency rewards plan in place, in which we do, right? Everyone should have a rewards plan in place. That's my mind, my perspective. It says that, right? Be it unto thee is as thy will, right? The decision is yours. We're, as I said, we precluding this. We getting ready to get off here. It's been a daily brand motivational word. And so the motivational word, as we said, we're going to end it with the motivational word. GMC, right? Or Gimu Ki. It's either Gimu Ki or Gimu Ka, right? Gimu Ki or Gimu Ka. Galactic mothers, children, right? Gi miracles, creating, ki re eterni, a tenin, ayenun, creating, right? Gi mu ki or gi mu ka, right? Galactic Mother's Children, right? GMC, as they say in English, the letter, right? I just wanted to end it with the motivational word, right? Speaking in Incanese, my tongue, right? As well as telling with the English equivalent, right? The meanings to those signs and symbols, what GM and GMC really means to us in a heartfelt way, right? It's about this lovely, amazing world. It's about the All Mother, All Father. It's about Gi, Gaia, Gaia. It's Gi miracles, right? Arkiri, Kare, Eterni, Alehu Teni, Aye Nungi, right? Creating so much momentum, right? We're gathering momentum. This is a great and glorious moment that we are in. Nothing dreadful about being redeemed, right? For all those that know what I'm saying and know the importance in that tones, vibrations, knowing what sounds do to ourselves, our minds, right? It's also about me realizing it's it's about the spirit and the soul in us, right? Uh, it's a or ka. It's the spirit, the nephesh. It's the spirit and it's the soul. Ka, a or ka, right? It's about knowing that the power that moves through us encourages our spirit, right? Also, at the same time, for those that are mindful and aware, the soul that accompanies us and or with us, right, is also encouraged. And that happens is it creates a stir. It creates an implosion. And people are encouraged to decide whether or not they want to arise and come online, right? And be here and participate in uplifting people, be here to help, or they come online and be here to hinder, right? However, in this day and time, that's just it's a frivolous, it's pointless. It's it doesn't make sense to want to prolong the inevitable when we already here where heaven is becoming more and more apparent because nature, nature, this lovely, amazing world says that time for change that's in the air and for all of the children, all of creation that are ready to be more than they ever thought possible. It's now in our time. It's a golden day in time. It's the golden age, talking about people arising and being more, no longer settling, because we're knowing we are the assets. Anyway, have an amazing, outstanding, glorious day. Forward thinking golden star, amazing people, right? It's your man. I'm your Massey. I'm a forward thinking golden star people, right? One of the people. And, you know, you say if you are a people, you don't have to say I, right? It's I am. So we are people striving to be more. We are people uplifting humanity. When we uplift ourselves, we of course uplifting humanity. And it's important that we share with all those as we bring that love up and out. We share it with all those all around, right? Have an outstanding, amazing day. Yo, don't allow no one or no thing to gain access to your nerves. That's making reference to your life. Why would we allow someone to do that? Why would you do something as foolish as that when you're knowing you're checking out their type of the vibes they come with, the energy. You're feeling like the intention is a little bit off. Wait a minute, hold up. Armor on tight. All right, you was thinking about loosening it. Armor on tight. Shields always up, right? The shields all. Don't think about, oh, I want to help. They're having an off day. It's not necessarily all the time they having an off day. They are accompanied with a unclean spirit. We're knowing at times, in most cases, that the test is said that experience becomes a test, and we're tested by the that soulful, right, loving, soulful, loving, encouraging as they say, spirit, where that turns into a test to see whether or not we are ready, right? It's nothing that's put on us that's too much for us to bear. Hmm? It's only used to encourage, make us stronger. And whatever don't take us out makes us stronger, right? Even more important, even better yet, what does eventually take us out, it only makes us even better and stronger. And then it makes it even worse for the one that did what they thought they were doing with ill intention, right? Because now, physically, no longer able to be seen, we're able to do even more of what needs to be done, right? In a telekinetic, in a telekinetic, right? Telepathic, cognitive way, we'll do things even better. So it's best to just let us do with nature what we need to do physically, right? Be active, y'all. Don't be passive. Be active. Nothing left to fear. Only fear we have is the what is it's fictitious. Uh, it's given the impression that it's real when in reality it's really not, right? Fear is the fiction that's evidently appearing to be real, right? Fiction that's evidently appearing to be real, when in actuality is not. Fear, the only fear we have to fear is the fear that we allow to come within ourselves, right? There's nothing left to fear. Anyway, either with or without people deciding to participate, dying to what has already been done, right? We're just going to be able to thrive in what's already been done. And now, as heaven becomes more important for us to be having, right? We'll be able to thrive in that. As heaven becomes more important, it's a decision on whether or not who's deciding to be more, who's really here to be active and participating in uplifting humanity. Who is, right? And who is indeed ready. All right, y'all. Have an outstanding, amazing day. And be safe. Greatly appreciate y'all taking the time to vibe. Taking the time to vibe. Y'all know this is Wahani Love. As I said, so much more to come. And I couldn't help myself. It was just the love was just pouring through. And I started talking about what I'm going to be keeping private, right? As opposed to what I'm posting public. I'm telling y'all, no more of what y'all gonna be getting like that celestial astrological. Um, it's not astronomy. It's astrological alchemistry energies at work infusing. But we're not going to be posting this publicly. It's going to be strictly what comes public is strictly what we are doing to keep ourselves as busy as we possibly can in our way of life, right? And that's trading and exchanging and commerce. That's encouraging people to be active in an economy that's for people, an economy that's dealing with principles that's about uplifting people. Peace and love, y'all. Have an outstanding day. Peace and love, right? So looking forward to us vibing up again, right? It's going to be better. Y'all know it's going to be better. As I said, I'm telling y'all, this 2024, and it was done differently, right? But not as different as it's going to be. Y'all going to be like, dang, he don't talk about nothing celestial. He don't talk about nothing combining anything terrestrial anymore. It's just strictly business, right? We keep that religious perspective stuff to when people want to do that privately. And we have some discussion, right? And bring clarity. But that's later on down the line. Anyway, have an outstanding, amazing day, y'all. Be safe, all right? No might, as well as no powers. To what? Shall what? All right, we out of here, Facebook. Shall prosper not. Nor have any type of influence over us before thee, Almighty, omnipotent, life-giver source. And of course, Bismi al-Khulum, al-Ilu, Allahu, Ilion, El Hey, yo. All right, y'all. Have an outstanding, amazing day. Y'all be safe, right? As I said, this is a galactic mother's children, right? If you're not a forward thinking, if you're not a forward thinker, if you're not someone who's no longer settling, if you're not embracing your potential to skywalk, if you're not a Yamasi golden star, right? If you're not embracing change, right? Embracing your all those that came before, your ancestors, right? As we say, as in um, the global Lahaj, right? They say Nagaru or Nataru, right? If you're not embracing your potential to skywalk and be more than you ever thought possible, right? This is a golden star, golden age people thing. Those who don't have understanding and be able to have clairvoyance for clarity, no way possible you can enter, overstand any of what's being said, right? You just look at it, oh, this man, he just lost his mind. Well, perspective. It's all about your perspective. So much more to come. So much more to come, y'all. We're going to be no less than trillionaires. We're going to be embracing this experience and really flourishing, right? Allowing this, not just the Northern Hemisphere, allowing the Americas to be the central hub in as way and to be great as was before we were so rudely bum rushed when, as they say, invaded, right? It was this bum rush. So many people wanted to be here. So many people wanted to know what was happening. Or is it possible? Yeah, as if. Um, so many people. So it's going to be even better than that. Better before. So they got to get things. They're doing their best to get things the way that it was before. Um, people started being so rude to our home. Um, and so now, as we said, we're here on the land. The most important aspect is to govern oneself accordingly. Governing our own destiny is the most important, right? We have our own estates, right? That's the most important, right? And being tribunal as a people, right? Looking at all the different aspects to ourselves as a tribunal people, right? Yamasi, Yahuda, Israel, right? Musbatu, right? The Nagaru people, the Naturu, Eterni, Atun Re, Amun Re people, right? Uh, and as they say, I'm an Ra, but actually I'm Re, am on Re. Anyway, have an outstanding day, y'all. That's my time. So looking forward to not, as I said, because I was ending this, I decided to go in a little bit. We say was prompted to go in a little bit since I already kind of like went sideways with what I wasn't going to be doing no more. So decided to go ahead and go in and share a little bit of motivational word, right? Speaking to my familiar, my familiar fan, right? Fi autochthonous move, Lemuri. Right? Fi autochthonous Moroccan, right? My familiar American, as they say, Moors, right? My familiar. Just decided to reach out and say a couple things. Okay? So much more to come. Okay? This is our day and time. Don't be stagnant. Don't be caught up in the illusion of what, as they say, time. Time is, however, also but the illusion. Okay? And we created what we're calling time so that we can have a reference point and be mindful about where we are and what day and time that we are really in, right? We know what time it is now. However, even more importantly, it's to govern our own selves in this dominion. Governing our own destiny or governing one's own decisions in this dominion is the utmost important. Right? We're only going to be sharing information and coming together for clarity. Okay? Going on record is the most important. Allowing one's paperwork to precede them is even more, right? Get all the affairs in order. We already here. We're solidifying everything that was done. January the 19th will be here before we know it. Okay? Another update is about to happen to a couple people. Right? I mean, as far as a recall update, right? And then also, as a matter of fact, there's going to be another update coming soon as far as what's happening in different aspects to our nation, to ourselves as a people, right? We have so many different beautiful aspects, right? Remembering what they knew about is 2 or 3 of the prominent aspects, right? More prominent tribes to our tribunal estate, right? They only know about 2 or 3. However, it's way more than that. As they realize it, as the Iroquois, Federation, right? And then what was allowed to be created is the Confederacy, right? Iroquois Federation, and then the Iroquois Confederacy, right? That's when the contract, right? And because they weren't able to go into treaty agreements for contractual agreements, right? All of what was allowed to be done was allowed for this purpose right now, for our renewal, right? For those that know, it's a renewed, anew, hell day and time, right? For ours, for us to be ourselves, original, right? To cure the Nubian man, original man, and to bring him back into the way he's always been and or was in our original state. And that's our estate. Right? All right, y'all. Have an outstanding recent day. And be safe. You heard me. Be safe. Yeah. And and